An ancient legend tells of a well unlike any other. People believed it granted wishes, but they were wrong. Hidden deep within an ancient forest stood a well that had existed for longer than anyone could remember. It was known as the Whispering Well. Kings traveled to it. Merchants searched for it. Travelers crossed mountains just for a single wish. Each person would close their eyes, throw a coin into the water, and whisper their greatest desire. I wish for wealth. I wish for love. I wish for a better life. Yet most returned home unchanged. Years passed. People began saying the well had lost its magic. One autumn evening, a young traveler arrived. He had heard the stories since childhood. He knelt beside the well, closed his eyes, and whispered, I wish for abundance. He dropped his coin into the water. The forest fell silent. Nothing happened. Disappointed, he turned to leave. Is that truly what you wish? The voice came from an old keeper sitting beneath a nearby tree. The traveler nodded. More than anything, the old man smiled gently. No, you wished with your lips, but not with your heart. The traveler frowned. I don't understand. The keeper walked to the edge of the well. Look into the water. The traveler leaned over. Instead of his reflection, the surface began to ripple. Then, he heard a voice. His own. I'm always struggling. Nothing ever works for me. I'll probably fail again. Wealth is for other people. The traveler stepped back in shock. What is this? The old keeper said quietly. This well has never listened to wishes. It only echoes the last conversation you've been having with yourself. The young man's face turned pale. He realized those weren't just random thoughts. They were the same words he repeated every day without noticing. The keeper continued. People come here asking for a new life, but they leave carrying the same old conversations. And then they wonder why nothing changes. The traveler lowered his head. So, what should I do? The keeper smiled. Come back tomorrow. But don't make another wish. Spend the entire day listening to the voice within you, and every time it speaks against your dream, answer it with the person you choose to become. The next morning, the traveler began noticing something he had never noticed before. His mind never stopped talking. When it whispered, You're not good enough, he answered, I'm becoming exactly who I need to be. When it said, You'll always struggle, he replied, Abundance is becoming natural to me. When fear spoke, he answered with faith. Day after day, he guarded those silent conversations more carefully than his spoken words. Several weeks later, he returned to the Whispering Well. This time, he didn't bring a coin. He didn't make a wish. He simply looked into the water. The well was silent. Then, slowly, the surface reflected a calm, confident version of himself. The old keeper smiled. For the first time, the well has nothing to echo, because your inner conversation finally matches the life you're asking for. The traveler never forgot those words, and from that day forward, his life began changing. Not because the well had granted his wish, but because he had changed the voice that was quietly creating his future all along. Moral: most people think life responds to their wishes, but life consistently responds to the conversations they repeat within themselves every day.